throws me off. Are we live yet, people? Hi, Tom. Hi, Alejandro. Hi, Chris. Hi, Iron Herder. The Austin Powers joke made me laugh, if you guys can hear me. Oh, I hear something. Or was that
me,
you?
I think. God,
Okay.
you are just frozen for me, but whatever, I can
Okay.
hear you.
Now we just kicked on my monitor, so I don't know how much we've heard. Hi, people. Are we live? Can people hear us? Hey, what's up, Alejandro? What's up,
Hi,
Tom? What's
Chris.
up,
Hi,
Chris?
Alejandro.
What's up, Iron Herder?
Tom says we are
Yay.
live.
See, we go live like a minute earlier, and the delay kills us. I can never tell. I was making so many funny jokes, you guys missed them all. Sorry.
Who believes him? Raise your hand.
Awesome. Happy holidays,
so
everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
It's just so funny. Like I on my screen, you're moving. On here, you
Oh,
are
great.
not.
That's so crazy. That's so weird. Hey, Roy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I try. Yeah, I don't. That would be discombobulating for me. So I'm sorry, because you know me, I'm a hand talker. I talk with my hands. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Alejandro. Exactly. I take two. Oh, it's terrible, Iron Herder. One
Hey, you
day,
used the
one
emoji.
day I
Thank
will.
you.
Oh, nice. That's right. One day I hope to get like an audible eye roll from Dez when I say a dad joke during a reaction. Like I've come close a couple times, but where it's more than just the eye roll, it'll be a almost hostile response, but in the best way.
Had plenty of those off camera. Now you just want
we
the
were
world to
we
see
were
it.
very close with Die Hard 2. We were very close with Die Hard 2, but it wasn't quite there.
Which part of Die Hard
Disappointing.
2?
When I said icicle, icy kill, and like
Oh,
looked at
yeah.
you, and then you glared at me. It was the end of a long day. Oh, an audible eye roll. I think we'll know it. It's like magical. We'll know it when we hear it. It can't just be the eye roll. It has to also go with something a little
Probably
more emotive.
an extremely heavy
Probably
sigh for me or
yes.
something.
Yeah, or taking the Lord's name in vain is always funny.
Okay, you're
Nice.
trying. You might get one
I'm
tonight.
trying.
Anyway,
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true. And my hair is
well,
trying too.
hi everybody, as we are totally not on topic right now.
No, we were letting people wander in, you know?
I know,
Now we
I
got
know, yeah.
people here.
Yeah, we got people. So, hi everybody. Welcome to tonight's Tune In Tuesday, potentially the last Tune In Tuesday of 2024. We'll get to that at the end of it. But hi, Roy. So, yeah, tonight's topic, closing out 2024. Greg and I were looking back at the year and we wanted to talk about, we were kind of curious what each other's top 24, top 3 of 2024 were. And so we're like, oh, like, let's actually talk about it with on the live. So that's what we're talking about tonight. We're going to share our top 3 and then we'd love to hear back from you guys too as well. Yeah, no, actually, Iron
Absolutely.
Herder, side note, yeah, I did run out of black sweaters. I love a
Yeah.
good black sweater. It's the
Hey Chris.
easiest thing. They're in
Hey
in the
you.
laundry right now. But also I felt this was very on theme with like I
Yeah.
decided to do this in front of the tree at the end of the season. So yeah. So tonight we're going to talk about it. Greg and I did not share our lists with each other. We're excited to hear what you
Yep.
guys think of ours, what your tops are as well. So, yeah,
Leave them in
so
the
just
comments.
please,
Yeah.
yeah, please like leave them in the comments as we go. Um, as a reminder, please stay on topic tonight. And if you're not on topic or if you are being, unkind, and spamming, we're gonna go ahead and remove you tonight. Also, just want to give a special shout out because I see them here to Chris and Tobiah. I think I saw Alejandro was here earlier too. Just some of our first official channel members. We really appreciate you guys. Please check out our memberships, you guys. This is what's going to help grow this channel, but it's going to help us be able to give you more content as we build our memberships. We're going to be able to do things exclusive for our members as we grow and this is what's hopefully going to help us be able to move this into something that we can do full time. Because who wants to do our actual day jobs?
Yeah, I
So
literally just got off a 2-hour drive coming home from work, so I'm ready.
yeah,
That
it would
LA
be
traffic,
really
man.
awesome if we didn't have to do certain things like that anymore. So anyway, if you want to know how to join, just go ahead and hit. If you go down to our main page, and I actually think it's even might be up here at the top of the chat. I'm not sure, but it says join. Go ahead. I'll try and share that link shortly as well. But yeah, but just thanks to you guys who've been the first. Thanks to you guys who are considering it. We will gift free ones as we go along. We wish we could pick certain people to do it, but it randomly assigns it.
Aw.
This is something YouTube approached us about, and so we're really excited to grow this with you guys. So,
Yeah.
okay, off my
Thank you,
soapbox.
Nikita.
Um,
Awesome.
and sorry, I'm
No.
like got a little bit of a sore throat because partied like a rock star this weekend.
Clark, Patreon, we are still keeping going, and we're gonna match. We're gonna make sure if you're a Patreon, you're still gonna get memberships. It's all gonna be equal. We're working very hard to figure that out. We just know some people don't like to leave the YouTube site. They'd much rather just sign up with YouTube. And Patreon is still the easiest place to pay to post full length reactions. But as we found out with the Titanic post that we did this week, we are figuring that out on members too. So it is going to be very equal. Exactly. Yeah, and that's the big thing, Roy. We're gonna try. It's all comes down to me getting a big enough time editing, but it's the goal is to give all of our members and Patreons early access to all of our cuts, full reactions, and YouTube cuts. That'll be the biggest perk because that's what you guys asked for, and we want to deliver that.
Yeah. And we do have a little bit more
Awesome.
flexibility with certain things here on YouTube, so that's why we're playing around with it. And yeah, and we're getting your feedback on what you guys are wanting to do with those channel memberships. So we will continue to do that, continue to get feedback from you guys. Nothing on the regular channel is going to change. We're still going to do our lives. We're still going to go ahead and do our reactions. We're just going to bump up some stuff on that
Yeah.
end. So with all that being said, Greg, do you want to kick us off with what your number 3 reaction and what we try to do, speaking of like what's different on YouTube and otherwise, is what we try to do is we're going to stick with our favorites that we've released onto YouTube.
Correct. This year. And first of all,
So,
before I say that, congratulations, Chris. That's awesome that you finished your first novel. I have to celebrate that.
wow.
That is amazing. That is
Cheers.
great. Amazing, amazing, amazing. But yes, so we created our top 3 list. It is not our favorite movies that we've watched, it's our favorite reactions, right? At least that's how I did my list.
That's how I did it too. Yes.
So, okay.
What's your
So
number
for
3?
me, number 3 on my list was LA Confidential. I really liked our edit for LA Confidential. I liked our reaction. I thought you were really great. We got to meet Detective Dez for the first time. We had a lot of fun with that. And it just seemed, I don't know, the numbers haven't been great for it, but I love it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay.
What about you?
My number 3 LA Confidential almost made it for some of those reasons. My number 3, I think, is Field of Dreams. And the reason why for Field of Dreams was even though I knew a lot of the storyline going into it, I'd
Mhm.
never seen it. And to actually see how it was written, hear the words, see the acting, it just, man, and to see it at this age versus when it came out and being a kid, it hit so it would have hit it would have hit me so differently. And I'm so glad I saw it as an adult. And
Yeah.
also I think just it comes down to the timing of my life. You know, to have
Yep.
a personal moment, this is, my dad was my softball coach. And this year he's great, but the past year and a half, gone through some health stuff with my dad, and it's been very, whew, it's a lot. That's
Yeah.
my dad. You got one, right? So
Yep.
so it brought back a lot of memories of him being my coach, a lot of funny ones, a lot of stories like he sat me on my last game because the hardest position on any team, anybody will tell you, is coach's kid. So I for me it was that reason it hit me totally in ways that I never I thought I knew it was gonna be like this great movie, but wow, it really hit me hard this year.
Yeah, I love it. Okay. I have to say, I'm surprised that came in. I knew that was going to be on your list. I'm surprised it came in at three. I'm very excited to see what the top two are now.
Yeah, it almost
Okay.
yeah, okay. Okay, what was your number 2?
Well, with that said, why don't you give us your number two then?
Oh, okay. So
Unless you
this
want to
is
alternate, we can alternate. I can go ahead. No, go for it.
okay, no, we can. I'll give you my number 2. So going into it, my number 2, I went back and forth on whether or not to do this. My number 2 is the I'm cheating. It's the original cut of Hot Fuzz. And I know
Okay,
it
that was
didn't
going to be my honorable mention, but go ahead.
okay, okay, I'll tell you
Okay.
well, you'll see why what my honorable mention is. And the reason is that I still feel like when we have more time, and hopefully we do, I still feel like you could get a good edit out of it when you compare it with our take 2. Um, I think
I
it
hope
was
so.
really on I was really on my A game, which is why I really loved watching it. The Cornetto trilogy was a I surprisingly loved it, but also I think that what I also loved about it is we went to our community and we said we
Yeah.
were totally upfront and honest and we said like, look, we don't wanna fake this, and we don't wanna fake that I've never seen it and watch it again, and we were really honest in the feedback that we got and the love that we got from all of you watching and those people that did the poll in order for us to, like, say, "No, just do it because we wanna be a part of it." That meant
Hmm.
so much,
Yeah.
because I said to Greg at the very beginning, I said, I wanna be honest when we're doing this stuff, and that's why we always tell you guys what we know, what we think we know, and it really meant a lot to me that you guys were like, "No, please just do it anyway because we wanna be a part of this with you."
Exactly. And you, yes, those are on the list. We can talk about some of those after, but yes, we will be going forward with Die Hard, and we do want to get into John Wick. John Wick
And
is another one that we did do a reaction to already, and the file was corrupted. We don't even have anything to edit
yeah,
from that, and we hesitated because of that. But because of Hot Fuzz, we might go back and do a take two of John Wick and then dive into it because we it was a first time watch for both of us.
for
I
both,
haven't seen
and
any of
that's
them.
yeah.
Yeah,
So we'd love to get
so
into the whole
that was
series, but we'll bring it back to you guys in the new year about doing a take 2 for that. But yeah, so
yeah.
that was why for me. And as somebody put it in the comments, and I saw it flag by, but like policeman officer will stick with me forever.
I'm gonna always drop that picture when you say it because it's there
Policeman
now
officer,
in the
yeah.
edits. It's yeah, it's just it
And
was
those
so
who
great.
know.
Exactly, exactly. Well, for me, my number
We're all
two,
doing
I
rewatches.
really like your number two. My number two was Deadpool. Deadpool, the first one. I think that for me was personally because we had just started to come back after our little break. We started the channel and took time off for a whole number of reasons, and then we came back. And I feel like we were having a lot of fun with it, and it
Mhm,
was a first time watch for me, which is rare, and it caught me by surprise. I knew I was going to like it because I liked Ryan Reynolds, but I just felt like
mhm.
we had a lot of fun in that reaction. I think the edit came out really good. It seemed to do really well. People seemed to really like it, and it just set the stage for that whole franchise, which we had a ton of fun doing this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was my number two because you said it. Hot Fuzz, our first take, because we were going to throw in an honorable mention category before we get to our
Is your
number
honorable.
ones. It was both Hot Fuzz and the Thing because I think the Thing would have been really fun. And Thing, we had the same problem. We don't have audio for it. We have video,
Yeah,
but we had neither one of us really knew what to expect with the Thing, and I think at least I'll speak for me. I had way more fun with it than I anticipated, and because I thought I had seen more of it than I actually had, so it came
right.
together really well. But yeah, but that was my honorable mention. And do you want to give your honorable mention?
I kind of need to go to I think I might need to go to my number 1 over my honorable mention now.
Okay, let's go to number one. You want
My
to go
number
first? Or you
1
want?
for well, I will because it has to piggyback off of yours.
Okay,
My number 1,
there
and
should be Chris.
my number 1 yeah, my number 1 for a lot of the reasons you said is Deadpool. Um, Deadpool was what like Greg said, we had been on a bit of a hiatus, and that was one of the first ones we came back with and started recording. It was a fun one for me because Greg hadn't seen it and I had, so I knew some things. But going back to kind of what made this fun for us, it really, I think, kind of for me after not doing it for so long, I kind of said like, "What the heck?" And I decided to be a little like more me, and I thought we were gonna do a lot of things that hit the cutting room floor. Like I geeked out on Ryan Reynolds and the 15 thing, and you and I love how you edited it and kept it in. So I geeked out on that. And then I still can't believe you did the whole I can't believe the Shoop song. I totally forgot Shoop was in it. And then going
Yep.
into like lip syncing Shoop and you kept that in there. And I really was like debating having you cut it. Because like we did get some people that were like, don't in the comments, but
Yeah,
then
we
we
gotta.
also got a lot of people that were like, oh my God, I subbed because of that and whatever. And it was just me being how I am around my friends and goofing off like
Yeah,
that, and so it just I felt like, "Okay, the people that are gonna find you, and your community finds you," and it was just a lot of fun, to do that and kind of I mean, I'm still embarrassed by it, but, like, in a good way.
you. I knew it was magic when it was happening, and then I fumbled it when you tried to pass it off to me, which was hurtful for me. But Gither, surprisingly, no. Um, we
Knock on
I had
wood.
a little bit of trouble with it at first, but I was trying to be a little too greedy with how much I kept of the song. Um,
I
but
think it
we
got
did
hit
get
in our short. It
yeah,
might got hit in our
we got
short,
more
like,
of it for
demonetized
sure.
or something or whatever, but we were like, "Whatever, this is just this is me being silly and, you know, why not?"
Yeah,
So I just appreciated it for that because 'cause you're always gonna have some people that, you know, love you, hate you. You're gonna find your people and you're just gonna have fun with it, so why the heck not?
agreed. And I think Gither's right in what he says there. That's what people want to see more than analysis. But yeah, and I don't know. But I love all of those reasons. That's a great pick. Mine, number one, was Field of Dreams. But it was Field of Dreams for a lot of the same reasons, was basically I wasn't sure how you were going to be affected by it because, I did know what you were going through with your dad. I felt a little exploitive picking that at that time, but whatever. That's
We
what good
talked about it
producers
for a
do.
long time before that, though. Like,
We
that had been on
did.
our list for so long.
Yeah, and then another part that I because of everything we talked about, I knew how much you knew about the movie, so I wasn't sure how that would translate to the reaction, and
Yeah.
I thought it was an amazingly powerfully emotional reaction from you in that, and I think it was great. I mean, it still kills me that our original got taken down and I have to put that ugly watermark all over it, but
Yeah.
I wanted to keep it, and that was the only thing I could do to do it. But yeah, I had a blast with that one, and that's I think maybe the only one of ours I've ever gone back and watched again, like all the way through, outside
Oh,
of our
wow.
premiere, just because I was like, oh, this is a good one. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I
yes.
didn't give my honorable
Oh, you,
mention, so my honorable mention
yes.
was kind of a tie, because I cheated. So, the first honorable mention
Okay.
is Deadpool and Wolverine. And
Okay.
the reason why with Deadpool and Wolverine was it had been so long since you and I had seen a Marvel movie together first time,
Hmm.
like a true Marvel. And so it was really fun, like
Yeah.
kind of going back to that. And then I know we've gotten mixed like feedback on it, but I loved the intro and I love how we were doing our damnedest to not share with each other what we knew about the
Yeah.
movie going in. So that was like a lot of fun. But I just like it was just so much fun too. And I think that the other reason that I loved it so much is that because we've been watching Marvel movies for so long and I loved all the inside industry type of stuff in the sense of how much Ryan Reynolds loves pop culture and was paying like such a tribute to all of these characters that never got their goodbye, their closure. And
Hmm.
I loved that aspect of the film so much.
I love that. Hey, Marco,
Yeah.
how you doing?
So that was
KB,
hi.
what's up? I saw you come
Oh
in,
yeah,
and Mike,
Katie.
I saw your response about Galaxy Quest, I agree. That's one of my all-time favorite reactions. Might be the number one for me. It just we didn't count it for this year because it was only
We just did
2024.
2024. If we did all of it, like, Galaxy Quest, I've always said is in my top 3 for sure. And then
Yeah.
my other honorable mention is, I think and I think it was Alejandro, it might have been Alejandro that said it, but, I for this for similar reasons with Deadpool, I'm really excited for the YouTube cut to get released, but it's Titanic. I haven't
Okay.
watched the whole thing yet, but I did watch the intro and, outro because you told me, like, how long they were,
Yeah.
and it just, like I geeked out, and I just,
It's
like, had to
great.
laugh at myself, and it especially in the month of December when it was released, like, 27 years ago this month, like, we recorded it 2 years ago, so it was kind of also a trip to go back, but
Yeah.
it was
And see how I messed up all of our settings on our
no,
camera.
it's
But go
not
ahead.
even
Sorry.
that, no, but it was a trip to go back and just see how far, like, we've both come to with, like, just in general, like, with your editing and all that kind of stuff and things that have changed. I just had a lot
Mhm.
of fun with it, so that was why I just, wanted to do it, so
Yeah.
but
Oh,
I'm
well,
excited for
first of all,
that to get to YouTube.
Tom, I am glad because I think all of those reactions are great, and I can't believe the numbers are as low as they are. But
Yeah.
that's a separate complaint. And Chris, you can always make an off comment topic on LA Confidential because that's in the top three anyway, so it's on topic.
It's on topic, it's Greg's top 3.
Yeah,
It almost
and
made it in for me for those things too because, since Hot Fuzz didn't get to see, like, all my guesses and LA Confidential did, um, but I'm hoping that my number 2 will somehow inspire the weird cut to happen of, like, the merge of the 2.
it's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen. It's just like it's like with everything with our editing, it just comes down to carving out time,
Yeah.
and we are going to get there. We're talking to editors again, so that'll be nice. And maybe if I can get a little bit of help, that's all we need to build a little bit of space. I just need a little bit more.
Oh, yes,
But
KB. I did not have my VHSs for Titanic, the 2 of them, I only had the DVD, but I did at one time have the 2 VHSs, but Greg calls me out in the beginning and shows all of my Titanic memorabilia that I had on hand the day we shot it, and that was just what
yes, I
was
did.
here in the house.
Yes, and I was happy to do it. And Chris, I never knew that until you told me that. I think I saw that in a comment from you, and that's an amazing cat. And I want to go back and watch it now. But it makes total sense. But I completely missed it. Wow. Yeah. The Titanic one is a lot of fun. I'm just scared to edit it. I well, whatever. I can talk about this right now. It's a little behind the scenes, but I just did the
A
screen record
movie
for Dune.
movie giver. It was
Oh,
movie memorabilia, not actual. I think that's so weird. I actually do we Greg and I actually talk about there during the reaction. I had just come back from Ireland and I went to Belfast and also Cobh, and it was so crazy to me. I was like that there was a gift shop. I It was just weird to me.
yeah.
Yeah, couldn't do it.
Iron Herder, we're not done with the MCU
No.
at all. We had plans. We took a little break because we were getting a lot of comments saying they wanted something different, but we are
I
dying. We have one already in the can. We have more to come.
I think Iron Herder wasn't a fan of our MCU, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I did, Chris.
But
um,
but
yeah,
yeah, no, the MCU is we're doing it. We're still going to add some stuff. It's just one we've seen a lot of it, so a lot of it would
yeah,
be take two. So we have to kind of wait for new stuff to come out, which is, why Deadpool and Wolverine was really great. We've dabbled in the idea of doing the X Men '97 cartoon, but we have to wait for the new releases. Like we're not necessarily going to go back and watch them all just because they are all take twos.
yeah. We talked about. I mean, that was we started with Iron Man. Our original intent was to do that. We did the Hulk, Iron Man, and the Hulk, and then Hulk got taken down, and that kind of took some of the steam out of our sails or wind out of our sails rather. But
Yeah.
It is something I would like to do. It might be something that lives on membership. If we do take twos, they'll just be full length reactions and sprinkle in the ones because there are very few, like that says, that we haven't seen. And I feel like most of those are either on the newer side or the TV stuff. Because we've talked about doing, which is an MCU, but is Marvel, going back to do the Charlie Cox Daredevil because the show's coming back out. So maybe we could do the Netflix show and then into the new one kind of thing. Um, yeah, Alejandro, we have done the pilot for X-Men 97. We started it. I definitely want to finish it. It's a first time watch for me. It's not a first time watch for Des. But I am very eager to get back into that. Oh wow! See, KB, I didn't see Secret Invasion, and there just became so much, and that was something I never thought I'd say about any show or
I
that I
know.
liked, and I very much like the MCU. But it just became like, oh my, I can't keep up. It was like I really liked WandaVision, I really liked Loki, and then everything after that just seemed like it just kept coming, and I couldn't catch up. So there's a lot of blank spots there.
Yeah, like, I didn't see Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I know that there was some stuff that would have been helpful. It wasn't, like, crazy, but in the theaters. So, I mean, we love
That's
it,
what I heard.
but
Yeah, that's what I heard, Roy. That I heard that the Secret Invasion was bad, and that broke my heart because I love spy thrillers, espionage. That's the stuff that I like to read in terms of like actual books. I just love all of that stuff. I love movies about that stuff, and then Secret Invasion comic books are one of the few comics runs that I've read. So I was very excited for that show, and then I heard so much negative about it. I just didn't want to watch it, and I figured if we're ever going to watch it, we do it for the channel. I don't know if we ever will, but that's was my thinking.
yeah.
But
And Tom, no apologies for the Daredevil thing from me.
yeah,
I like the
exactly,
Ben Affleck's Daredevil. I like Jennifer Garner.
exactly. I like how Chris put that. Seriously, I never feel bad or think less of someone if they like a movie I don't. But yeah, you can be wrong and still love a movie. That's fine.
Hawkeye, yeah, I agree. Hawkeye was fun too.
Yes.
Hawkeye was so fun that it inspired it's so funny because 'cause I'm wearing the Disneyland sweater. Hawkeye inspired a Captain America musical at Disneyland that ran for a short time. Greg missed it. I made it. It was
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, that opening
Yeah.
scene where they're at the musical of Broadway is Rogers,
Steve
the
Rogers, right?
musical.
Yeah.
Rogers, the musical. It was great.
Yeah. Oh.
And I gotta see it. Hi, Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Glad you're here.
We're glad you're here. I
Yep,
get
Steve
you.
Rogers, the musical. It was great. Uh,
Love it.
made it just in
I
time.
yeah. No, but we'll definitely be doing more MCU at some point. Um, I'm excited for what we have coming up, so it'll be good. We have lots of good stuff. Oh, you
I
can
find
hear us both? Okay, good.
I I find it funny because Deadpool made both of our lists, but it's not technically MCU, but it is Marvel. So we did both of us ended up with a Marvel. So wait, we matched
Yeah,
two we just different order, but two of we both like had
2 of the 3.
Deadpool and Field of Dreams on our list. And then
Yep. I actually,
you're yeah.
yeah, I was worried about putting Field of Dreams 1 because I was so convinced you were going to put Field of Dreams as your number 1. My guess on
No.
your list was Field of Dreams 1, Deadpool 2, and Deadpool Wolverine 3. I thought that was going to be your order, and I was mostly wrong.
I I had to go back and look at our filming list because I
Yeah, same.
almost did have Deadpool and Wolverine as the first but I was remembering what relaunched us, and even though it came out in July, we didn't get to watch it until 2 months later streaming, so that's
Yeah,
why, but, it almost did. I
that's
really
right.
wish we could get movies earlier because waiting really sucks. Like, waiting for Wicked
Yeah,
right now and trying to avoid the spoilers really sucks.
I did see one thing that I don't know if it's a spoiler because it was about the sequel. I saw the title. I don't know if you saw that. I didn't.
Yeah,
They
but
changed the title. Yeah.
they changed the title.
Well,
What do you
not
mean they
they didn't
changed it?
change the title, but like there
They
is no
didn't call it
sequel to
part
the show.
2?
So Correct. That's what I meant. That's a
Right.
better way. And
They
I forget what
well
they like for all good or something like that, or for
for
something like that.
for
It's like
good.
wicked for good. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, you don't know the
But
musical, so that makes much more different sense to me than it does to you.
I'm sure.
I
I'm
can give
sure.
you one
So I'm
spoiler.
excited.
I don't think it's a spoiler. I'm debating telling you
Oh,
right now.
thank you, Nikita. Oh, okay. I'm ready.
Okay, I For Good is the name of a song from the
Oh,
musical.
wow. Okay. I was
And
just
it
thinking.
is
I only
my
know one. I
favorite.
think I only know one song.
I think it's my favorite song from the musical.
Okay. I think I
And
only
now I
know one
know
song. Maybe
now I
two.
know it's not now I'm guessing now I know it's in part 2 and not part 1,
Okay. Yeah.
which I'm a little
There we
bummed
go.
about.
That's right. Get there. Okay. Well, that will be one that we do pretty quickly as soon as it streams. Yeah, Roy. Those are the two that I know, and I don't
They're
even
on the
really know them.
radio.
I
They're
just
on the radio right now. I'm trying if I happen to have the radio on and not like Apple Music or Spotify on, I keep trying to change it because I don't want to hear the differences because that's what I'm because obviously both singers change things a little bit based on their own style. And I know the
sure.
rhythm of Adina and Kristen so well from that soundtrack that I don't want to hear the differences now.
Well, I've
Oh,
stopped doing this
Roy,
because,
that's a really good one too. That's another good song from it. Yeah.
but like in my when I'm driving stuck in traffic, like today, if I'm not listening to sports or talk radio or whatever, I'm usually listening to soundtracks or the Broadway channel. So like I've had to stop listening to the Broadway channel because like I'm sure I know more songs about or from Wicked, but I don't look at what it is. Like if I don't know the song, I'm not looking at what the title
Right.
is or what the show is, and I don't listen to it all that often. But occasionally I find my way to channel 88 or something. I forget what it
Yeah.
is,
I knew
but
before seeing Rent, I had that whole soundtrack memorized before I ever saw it.
yeah. Okay, I was
I
reading
think
Katie's.
I like Deadpool and Wolverine's plot. I just felt it was just a redemption.
Yeah, I had fun with it. I mean, I clearly like that movie a lot. I
Yeah.
couldn't edit it under an hour if I tried because there was too much stuff
Yeah.
I loved. I wanted to keep.
Oh, Roy, that's another good song too. It's crazy because I haven't seen the musical in over probably like 12 years, but it was crazy when the ads started coming out and they would try I just remembered songs and I could say I just the lyrics just came back to me immediately.
I was yeah. I don't know. I don't know that
Oh,
song, Chris, but it
yeah,
sounds like it'd be good. I
How to
do like that
Succeed
show.
in How to Succeed in Business is a fun one. The first time I saw How to Succeed in Business, you will never guess who the lead was. It's like
Who?
I Ralph Macchio.
Where'd you see it? Oh, that's hilarious because I was just watching an old thing with him in it. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Um, wow,
Do
where
you
was
mean
it?
the movie KB? It was in San Francisco. KB, do
Okay,
you mean the movies or the musicals or both?
I've seen neither. Oh, I've
I've
seen Moulin
seen
Rouge, the movie.
I've seen both the movies and I've seen the musical of Chicago. I thought maybe Moulin Rouge didn't go to Moulin Rouge. Fun fact: Did you ever hear? Did I ever give you that like fun
I
little
get it.
trivia for Moulin Rouge?
I feel like yes, but you can go
Yeah,
for it.
the song, the main song from it, that Come What May from Nicole Kidman and oh my god, what's his name? Oh my, you guys help me out.
I'm
Oh
blanking.
my god, I'm blanking. The lake you gotta
I'm
say is
with you, Iron Murder. I'm waiting for one too.
Obi-Wan. Yeah.
Oh, McGregor.
Thank you, Ewan McGregor. So, I heard that if I heard this correctly, that song was actually written to be in Romeo and Juliet, and so because it was written for another movie initially, they couldn't enter it into best song in '98 for or '96 when or sorry. So, because it was for a '96 movie when Come What May came out, like, when Moulin Rouge came out, like, 2001, they couldn't enter it in the Oscars for best song.
Yeah.
because it was
Yeah,
already done.
which
That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true, but
I feel like isn't there something in this year's Oscars that's the same thing? It's some composer just got like maybe it's for Dune. It's for Dune. I think it's Dune
oh, is
2.
it?
They weren't eligible for soundtrack or
Well,
score.
I know,
I'm
I
almost
know that,
positive.
I know that there's supposed to be two original songs in Wicked 2.
Oh,
So that'll be
okay.
interesting. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Chicago was a pretty decent adaptation. My problem is that I originally saw it on Broadway with Phoebe Newirth and Joel Grey. So try and top that, but it's hard because freaking Phoebe Newirth and Joel Grey.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Thank you. Yes, our
Thanks,
Galaxy
Mike.
Quest and Tropic Thunder are still our two favorites. And
Two of our
Iron
favorites.
Herder, you're right. I'm trying to get there. We will get more of them that are have that
Yeah.
quality once I figure it out.
Yeah, Mike, thanks for that because who knew that I would have a panda hat ready in my in my garage to pull out.
If only I had known she owned that, I would have insisted that she wore it the whole time. And she would have been so
Yeah.
confused, but it was so great. It was so great.
See, John C. Riley was great in that part, but the original person I saw play it was Joel Grey, and
Hmm.
Joel Grey is just iconic.
Yeah, by Graf Darsheimer. Yeah, it's. I agree, Gither. I had no idea, but I forgot she's a Giants fan, and there is at the time there was a player who's what was his nickname? Panda. I forget.
It's
What was his last name?
Pablo
That's right.
Sandoval, and his nickname was Panda, and so they had the panda hat, and I bought the panda hat when I went to the 2012 World Series Game 1 against the Tigers, and we won. And I had my panda hat on, and Panda hit 3 home runs in that game.
Lucky Charm. The Lucky Charm.
Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what you guys can do for us is put your top 3 in the comments
Yeah.
after this
And
video.
some of you have been doing it too in this chat, but yeah, also if you could add it to the comments as well, that would be awesome.
We'd love to see them. Yeah, we'd love to see them. But okay, what is this? I can't remember if I've seen all of the islands. I feel like I did. That's Michael Bay. I feel like I went and saw that in the theater. I might have just blocked out the ending. But I think it's one of those movies that I caught on cable, and I'd always watch like when I'd stop on it and watch, but it was always like the first half of the movie. I don't remember anything about the end. Yeah, exactly. Well, Chris, you can just list them all.
Yeah, just list them all, Chris. We won't limit you. In the comments, we won't limit you. KB, yes, I've seen Little Shop of Horrors. I was in Little Shop of Horrors in high school. The ending of the musical is much different from the ending in the movie.
Oh no.
Get through your top 3. If you want to add in your top 3 reactions of ours from 2024, go ahead and add those in the comments. Oh, but pastas too. Pastas work too. We'll go with that. I like angel hair, but you know, to each their own.
Late, but that's okay.
We'll allow
Yes.
Coronado Trilogy
Okay.
to count as one.
I think because it's about to die, so we should probably end this. I'm pausing. I'm stuttering. I just went into low battery mode, so that's probably why.
Greg, you gotta plug it into your charger when you're doing the lives.
I thought I was charging while I was driving, but
Hey, I did not spoil the whole movie for myself, Bill. I just happen to be very good at guessing.
that's true.
But don't you think I really wanna look into this. I really do think, Gether, that they wanted to have Al Pacino do the cameo. My guess is they wanted him the one at the end that's, Jon Voight, I think they were aiming for that to be Pacino. And I'm
I
sticking to that
mean,
theory.
I could see that for sure. All right, thanks, Tom. Yeah, I plugged it in, so I just have to hold it for a little bit, but we'll wrap this up here. But yeah, I need better technology
I
in my
always charge it
office.
because I don't know what's gonna happen.
It's just I didn't expect to get caught in 2 hours of traffic. And then,
How
like
do
I
you
said,
not just
I
always plug it in?
I thought I have like one of those chargers in my car that like you put it on top of it and it charges it. It was just off center, so it wasn't charging the whole time it was sitting there, and I didn't know it.
Oh,
Like you
that's
don't
weird.
plug it in. Yeah, but
Fire and Herder, we're not far behind you.
yeah,
Thanks, Bill.
that is very true. Aw, it's true. Everything's painful, but that's just my life. The comment,
Yeah. Yeah,
which we both seen, but I think,
against RDJ.
yeah.
I'm walking
Um,
by you.
Craziness. Apparently, I forgot you guys can hear that. Sorry, I should have closed the window. This is crazy. Anyway, all right, we're gonna
Okay,
wrap this up.
well, we're gonna wrap it up, but yeah, when you guys do get a chance, like really appreciate you sharing in the comments here, but also please share it in the comments on the live too, so we can kind of go back and check it out. Next week, next Tuesday is Christmas Eve, so we will not be doing Tune In Tuesday. So for those who celebrate, we hope you have a really great time with your family. And we'll check in if we might sneak one more in on the 30th. It's a little bit hard because we're both traveling a bit around this time and there's just stuff going on. So this could be our last one for 2024. So just in case it is, again, Greg and I just really want to say thank you guys. We started this channel 2 years ago and had to take quite a long break and didn't know that while we were gone, the channel would still be attracting people. And then to have so many of you who have been here from the beginning and waited patiently for us, that means I like it just means so much. And then the fact that we were able to get back to it this July and relaunch. Having you guys here has been really fun. It's made us realize like, hey, you know what? Like, yeah, let's keep doing this. It's fun, but it's doing these lives and these premieres have been really fun because we've been able to connect with you guys. And that's kind of what was the unexpected most fun about this channel.
Yeah, 100%. You guys are awesome. You guys are always fun. We love hanging out with you guys. We can't wait to do more of it. We have we've already been talking about what we're shooting next. We have some surprises coming. We have some good stuff coming. We might even possibly have our first collab coming, but not until February. That's very early pre. We're very excited. But yeah, we thank you guys all. We wish you just the happiest of holidays, and we will keep you updated with our schedule. What's going to happen? Like we said, we're both going to be traveling. It's going to make some of the editing a little bit tough, but I'm trying to get ahead now so we won't have a break in our release. But either way, it's only a week. I'm gone for a week and then back. But
Are we sorry, spoiler, are we I forget what we decided to release the next 2 weeks if what we're doing. I forget. So Greg will drop that info
well, the
later
next
on in the
release,
community.
yes, I will. I will let you guys know because it comes down to what I can finish, and I'm working on two things at the same time. I'm trying to get them both done, so we will have three in the can, and we'll actually have a little bit of wiggle room going into the new year. But we'll see. But I will
And
let you guys know.
in the meantime too, we do have more
Oh, thank you,
reactions
Dennis.
available for our on our Patreon side that has a lot, so you guys can check that out. There, it's worth checking out because there are some of our reactions that are up there for all members that aren't for paid members, so it's worth checking out Patreon over there. And then it's also worth checking out. We have one drop for our members as and more to come.
Yes, I'm going to put a couple more up on Patreon before I leave, including some big ones. We're going to get Dune up there, which we've been sitting on. That'll be the next one. That'll probably go up, and we'll try to get that for members too.
I need to watch
Uh,
that reaction again before you watch too, because I need to
Same,
remind
because I've
myself.
forgotten everything.
I
Yeah,
need to
no,
remind.
same.
That was a very complex
Yeah.
story. I was
Love
need
you
to
too,
definitely need
KB.
to. Yeah. Yeah.
Aw.
Thanks, you guys. We
Thank you so
enjoy these.
much.
We're gonna continue the lives coming in the new year, but and more to come on our membership side too. So
Absolutely. Happy holidays. We'll see you guys soon.
happy holidays. Thanks, everybody.